Since the beginning of COVID, I have officiated at some particularly sad funerals. They weren't tragic deaths, although our community has not been spared those. They were particularly sad in the sense that children and parents were unable to bridge the COVID divide, to physically be there for one another, and then to be present for the mourners who were often relatively isolated in their grief. Sakanat nefashot, avoiding lethal dangers. That's been the operative Jewish value since COVID struck. What doesn't fit so nicely into a soundbite, a lawn sign, or even a congregational letter is that describing our situation as one of sakanat nefashot is too blunt. We're in a moment of possible sakanat nefashot. In many cases, our leadership has asked us to treat the situation as life-threatening so that we can preserve life and health to the best of our ability until a safe and effective vaccine is available to administer broadly. We at AJ are solidly behind those efforts, but we recognize the pain these sacrifices are causing to our community and the compromises we are making with our other values, such as holding one another close in times of grief and in times of celebration. V'chai bahem is one of the oldest recorded midrashim in our tradition. The verse in Leviticus reads, "You shall keep my laws and my rules, which if a person does, he shall live by them." V'chai bahem. The midrash is, "You shall live by them, not die by them." It's better to bracket our values in the short term so that we can live out our values in the long term. Wednesday night begins the month of Elul, the month preceding Rosh Hashanah. Around the world in a regular Elul, sleepers would be rudely awakened at dawn by Jews blowing the shofar to help rouse themselves from their inertial slumber. This year there will be fewer in-person blasts, but we at AJ are compensating with an Elul full of programs designed to bring us together and to do the work of Elul in rousing us for the Yamim Noraim and beyond. In our daily davening, the very first thing we ask for is knowledge and understanding, chonen hadat. Knowledge and understanding are logically before teshuvah and deeds of righteousness and deeds of loving kindness. How do you know what to change if you don't know what needs repair? How do you know what to do if you don't know what's wrong? That's why the first thing we request is knowledge, and the second thing we pray for is that God will accept our teshuvah. Franz Kafka wrote about the nightmare of being put on trial for an unspecified crime. He didn't know what he had done wrong. The work of Elul is searching for what we have done wrong and what we haven't done right in preparation for Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is our trial, where we formally plead for our lives so that we are written in the book of life. When we wish one another L'shana tova techatevu v'techatemu, we are wishing for one another that we should be written and sealed for a good year, L'shana tova. That's the book of life. There are other books that we want to avoid. This Elul we're going to listen and hear so that we can better know, better feel, better do, so that we can better be. And God willing, when we will soon be together again, the clarity with which we will pursue our values through our deeds will have been enhanced during this time of COVID. Values are frequently clarified in times of crisis. Let's not squander this Elul of COVID. The month of Elul was understood by our rabbis as an acronym for Ani L'Dodi V'Dodi Li. I am my beloved and my beloved is mine. To do the work of Elul depends on love and being in a loving and supportive community. And in the not so ancient words of Captain and Tennille, love will keep us together. Chodesh Tov Lachem.